What's up, my horse lovers? It's the Horse Reactor here, and I am back for another reaction. And this time we are once again returning to Carly Kaser. This is War Admiral. We've learned about Sir Barton, we learned about Gallant Fox, and we learned about Omaha. Now we're going to learn about Triple Crown winner number 4, which is War Admiral. Now, he is the son of Preakness and Belmont Stakes winner Man O' War. Man O' War never ran in the Derby. And there's going to be a lot of information about War Admiral here. It's about 4 minutes and 33 seconds long. So, with it being that long, I'm just going to get right to it. In 3, 2, 1, play.
War Admiral was the smallest son of America's most famous racehorse, Man O' War, who almost certainly would have won the Triple Crown if he had raced in the Derby. But owner Sam Riddle hated what he called racing in the West and didn't believe in racing 3-year-olds early at a distance. But when War Admiral won the Chesapeake Stakes in Maryland by 6 lengths, he decided to try the Derby for the first time. A great crowd of some 75,000 gathered at Churchill Downs for the race.
Damn.
Trainer George Conway, a veteran of almost 50 years on the racetrack, had entered War Admiral in a full 1.25 mile allowance race just 4 days before the Derby. He won easily, but many wondered if that tactic would work. Derby? In the field of 20, War Admiral was a strong 2-to-1 favorite.
Huh, look at that, he is. He was.
War Admiral hated the starting gate, Derby or no Derby. He and 3 other horses delayed the start for 8 minutes. Eventually, though, they were off. Jockey Charlie Kurtzinger took War Admiral immediately into the lead. Pompoon and Reaping Reward, expected to be his chief opposition, bided their time in 5th and 8th places. War Admiral then was given an easy lead, so his rider could control the pace of the race from the front. Into the turn, War Admiral continued to lead with plenty in reserve. It was the tactic for Pompoon to make his one great run in the stretch, and so he did.
Top of the stretch.
But Pompoon's run only proved how good the Admiral was. Kurtzinger tapped him just once with the whip, and he seemed almost to be taunting Pompoon as they neared the wire. They would have to try different tactics if they were going to catch this horse. The victory was so impressive that people started talking Triple Crown as soon as the race was over. The time of 2:03 and a fifth was the second fastest Derby of the 63 that had been run. The Admiral was shipped to Pimlico that very night. Preakness Day was cloudy, the track listed only as good.
Not fast.
Again, War Admiral held up the start, this time for 3.5 minutes. And again, Kurtzinger sent him right to the lead. Pompoon looked like the only real threat in the field of 8. However, a couple of speed horses, Flying Scott and Jewel Dorset, kept the pace honest in the early going. So this time, War Admiral was in for a fight.
I bet he was.
Pompoon moved up to run with him earlier than in the Derby, and quickly it was clear that this would be a 2-horse race. A great battle down the stretch. Note, however,
battle of stamina.
While Pompoon on the inside is under steady whipping, War Admiral is never touched by his rider. Still, it was a near thing, victory by a head. Could he go 1.5 miles? Most people thought so, and he was made a 4-to-5 favorite for the Belmont. He was still his unruly self at the start, delaying it by more than 7 minutes. As always, he jumped to the lead, though, from the outside post as they started their trip around America's biggest racetrack, 1.5 miles once around. Pompoon was still chasing the Admiral in second choice again. This time he didn't have it and would finish 6th. The challenge, what there was of it, would come instead from an 8-to-1 shot named Scene Shifter.
Top of the stretch in the Belmont.
No challenge at all, really, as War Admiral set a new track record in sweeping the Triple Crown events. He came back lame from a cut suffered when he stumbled at the start. After a rest, he went on to become Horse of the Year. He had done what his daddy probably would have done if he had had the chance.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Was he as good as his dad? Well, one race marred an otherwise historic career for War Admiral. He won 9 of 11 as a 4-year-old, but late in that season was matched with Seabiscuit, the pride of the West. It would be 1 3/16, winner take all at Pimlico. After 2 false starts, they were off. Unexpectedly, Seabiscuit, normally a come-from-behind horse, shot to the lead. War Admiral stayed with him, and it soon became evident that this would be a test of stamina and heart. Head and head, they came to the top of the stretch. But then there was disbelief. as War Admiral, the 1-4 favorite, faded, and Seabiscuit ran to a 4-length victory in track record time. The Kentucky Horse Park is a beautiful place in Lexington, Kentucky, open to the public. Man o' War and his favorite son, War Admiral, are buried there. War Admiral was a champion, no doubt about it, and except for that loss to Seabiscuit, might still be compared to his sire. But he did lose that race, and so must lie in the shadow of his daddy, whose groom called him with great accuracy, the mostest horse.
All right. Okay. That was War Admiral, and I guess Man o' War and War Admiral are side by side in their graves. Yeah. So that's all the information on War Admiral. Next up is Whirlaway, and I don't remember much about him. Well, to be honest, I haven't seen these documentaries in a long time, so now we've only seen 4 of how many documentaries there are of the Triple Crown winners and failures. I did know that War Admiral's father, Man o' War, did fail to win the Triple Crown because he did not race in the Derby. To become a Triple Crown winner, you got to run in all 3 races. But they did have one thing in common, besides being related. That was both entering a match race. Man o' War ran against Sir Barton. War Admiral ran against Seabiscuit. And also, Sir Barton and War Admiral have something in common, which is losing the match race that they were both in. Anyways, that's going to be it for this reaction, so please leave a like down below. Most importantly, copy the name of the video I reacted to and search it up in the search bar so you guys can see the video for yourself without having me talk over it. And click over here to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.